And I was so scared. To be honest, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I feel really bad for Hoyt.
Meet 28-year-old Paige Vowell, an evil girlfriend sympathizing with the men she attempted to kill. But little does she know, one of them survived, and he will tell detectives everything.
I know Paige hit me in the head. I was gonna die. That was my last breath.
And he will be why she spends the rest of her life behind bars, despite her awful acting.
Anything that happened was wrong, and it shouldn't have happened.
Just before 4 a.m. on May 9th, 2017, law enforcement in Leon County, Florida, received a panic call from 31-year-old Peter Tournay to report a murder, kidnapping, and less pressing, a car theft. Earlier that night, Peter, who was struggling with drug addiction, had gone with his childhood friend Hoyt Burge to sell a close friend his painkillers. That friend, Paige Vowell, lived at the home of her boyfriend Paige Briggs. When Hoyt and Peter arrived to sell the drugs as planned, things went horribly, horribly wrong. As soon as they followed Paige Vowell inside the home, they were brutally ambushed by a group of 4 men. We'll let Peter tell you what happened himself as he fought for his life. Keep in mind, there are a lot of characters in this story, but we will mainly be focusing on Paige Briggs, the boyfriend of Paige Vowell, and our victim, Hoyt Burge. Any other names that you hear are part of the group that ambushed Hoyt and Peter.
Did anybody say anything when they rushed out? Remember hearing any statements being made?
Not really. It was all jibber jabber to me then. I mean, that was going on. I was still.
And when you said Paige said something, what, you don't remember what Paige said to you?
The only thing he was saying to me was, get the down, stay on the ground. If you move, I'll shoot you.
Did you get down on the ground?
Yeah. Yeah, big. Those were big guns. I was scared. Didn't go lie.
Did anybody attack you?
Yeah, I mean, after they basically got Hoyt, but
how did they attack Hoyt?
Just came out of the room and just started, attacking, hitting him. I mean,
what do they hit him with?
I'm not even, to be honest, I don't know, they could have hit him with their pistols, multiple things, I don't really.
Did anybody hit you?
Yes.
Who hit you?
I didn't say they did. I know Paige hit me in the head, because he was the one holding the gun over me. You got it?
What did Paige hit you with?
You see?
You need an ambulance to come check you out?
No, I told him I was okay.
Alright, you don't want to get checked out?
I could feel it rushing, dog. I could feel the blood like when he said, phew. He just did one quick, phew.
What kind of gun was it?
It had this long barrel gun. A shotgun, I'm saying, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with guns. I don't mess with guns, man. That shit's scary. I was gonna die. That was my last breath. I don't know how I'm alive, man. That was it. You mix those types of people.
Well, why did they stop attacking you?
They didn't. They hit me a few times because my best bet was to earn their trust and get on their side. That was my best bet. Or you're going to die. Because I was the only one there besides Lloyd.
So what happened to Hoyt?
Because everybody talked out there, even afterwards. I mean, the whole reason, and they were even saying it during the reason those dudes came is Hoyt was supposed to rob them.
So this is what they were talking about?
Yes, this is what they were
Where
saying.
were you when they were talking about it?
Right there in the living room.
You were sitting?
I was sitting. I was there in the living room. They were talking amongst each
Is
other.
that when you were did you already get hit at this point?
Yes.
Okay. Well, where was Hoyt when they were talking about this?
Talking about
When they were talking about Hoyt trying to rob him, where was Hoyt?
They were talking about he was already he was on the floor.
He was on the floor?
As soon as he basically got in there, within 30 seconds of him being in there, 20 seconds of him being in there, me being in there also, when they attacked him, and all you can hear was him screaming as they chased him around the living room.
Okay. Was Hoyt still screaming when they were talking about Hoyt trying to rob him?
Were they still talking when Hoyt? Not that I know.
In the wake of the horrible incident, Peter is leaving out some details here. When he laid on the ground, he was duct taped around his eyes, only allowing him to see through a tiny slit. What he did see, however, would be enough to break even the strongest person. His childhood best friend was being bashed with the butt of guns, a hammer, and fists, all while he helplessly watched.
So what happened to Hoyt?
They attacked him. Hoyt was basically running around, trying to do whatever he can, screaming, hollering, and they're hitting him. Hoyt isn't falling down on the ground. I'm already down on the ground. I can look because I'm facing him this way. I'm facing. I can see Hoyt's a few feet away. I can see it. I mean, I can see them hitting them. And I was like, it's kind of nippy out here, man. But first, there, Hoyt. I mean, I couldn't see because my head wasn't like this the whole time as I'm laying down, so I wasn't like that. To be honest with you, I want to see as little as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I grabbed the gun from Patrick.
What kind of gun did Patrick had? Was it big or small?
It wasn't a handheld. I didn't really see it, to be honest, but it was a gun.
So he grabbed Patrick's gun?
Patrick's gun, and it went off. Boom. And that's all I heard. Everybody, and when everybody heard that, they were just boom. Kind of spooked. And I thought I heard someone say, I'm hit. I want to say it was...
Who said they were hit?
I want to say it was Hoyt. Or he's like, I think I'm hit. And just kind of and that was the last I've heard of him. So that last voice I heard from Hoyt.
According to further testimony from several witnesses, the last thing that Hoyt said was, "Y'all just killed me." Not only was he fully aware of what was happening to him, but his best friend had to listen to him take his final breath, all while he was being mercilessly taunted by their attackers.
We didn't plan, like Pete, you came in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's what they told you?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Paige said that? Paige said that. I mean, they said, as they went on throughout the rest of the night, as they're, cleaning, doing whatever they're doing, trying to wash away whatever evidence or whatever they're trying to do. I just was like, this, wrong place, wrong time, goddamn right.
So, what were they cleaning up?
They were cleaning. I seen the girl. They were Paige's girlfriend. They Paige and them were so her. I'm sorry, I've been up for, I don't know how long I've been doing this forever. She was clean. I seen her clean the blood off the wall. I don't know if she had anything part of it, but to be honest, I would think that she would be allured. Why not? Because Hoyt always had a weakness for women. Mm-hmm. He loves his girls, and I think that she could have lured him in there. That's what I'm thinking.
Where did they bring Hoyt?
And I think that was like the bait or something. I was just, innocent bystander type. Okay, we'll just use him. Mm-hmm. Wrong place, wrong time.
So Paige's girlfriend's cleaning blood off the wall. What did they do with Hoyt?
Her body stayed there for a while, for a little bit, until they just put all kinds of things wrapped up in either towels, rugs, a little white clear tarp, just whatever they could find. Really, he sat there for a while as they discussed, what they're going to do, and they kept asking me, Pete, you're not going to say anything, are you? Pete, you're not going to say anything, are you? And I hooked on the rope. I said, no, I ain't going to say nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't think, it didn't matter anyways. I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to live. I said, this is it, man. I'm done. And they're like, so do you know what happened? And I was like, that's the key. Survival. Whatever you can do to survive, do it. And that's what I did.
And Peter did survive. The way he managed to is beyond shocking. After the group loaded his best friend's body into his car, they forced Peter to get in the passenger seat. He had no idea where he was going and no idea how he was going to escape.
They were talking about Patrick was talking about, hey, I got a friend that we can go to. He's got plenty of land, out there in the boonies. And they're from Monticello. And when I keep Monticello, I think my parents' house, because it's not too far. We kind of live on the outskirts, but my parents live about it. And that's when I was, I had told the guys earlier, I was like, man, was like, because I was saying anything would help me. Like, I was like, I'll give y'all money, I'll give you whatever. They had already took all my money out of my pocket. They took my phones. They took my wallet, my driver's license. That's what they said. They continue to say, like, we know where you live. We know your parents. And we will kill you and your family if you say anything. That's exactly what they said. And my mom's my world.
Mm-hmm. So they stop anywhere? Do they go to Jefferson County or Monticello, or?
We got to. I ended up, I don't know if they, but Sid ended up saying, like, I told him I'd give him money. This was earlier in the night after all this stuff, so I was all frantic and shit. And he said, like, during the car ride as we're going down 90, he's like, I'll take you up on that. I was like, what? He goes, how much money are you gonna bring me? I said, so I got about $350, $400 in there or something. I bring it to you. And he agreed. And the whole thing in the back of my head, I was hoping they'd say, I hope they don't say, because they're going to do the body thing. And I was hoping they don't go do that first, because I'm figuring, if they're going out to the woods, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. That's what they're going to do. That's what I have them fearing. And I just said, park right here. Like, you go to the roundabout, because you got a house, as it goes around, so they're in their back, as it gets toward the end of the street, back to Walden. And I knew that there's a house right here where they couldn't, like, if they stopped right here, I knew they couldn't really see me go to my actual house. And they just parked right there. And he's like, you gonna go get that? I said, yeah, man, I'll go get it. He said, you got 5 minutes. You better be back in 5 minutes. And so I got in the car. I walk slowly out again for something, because the sidewalk leads to the front door. And they can't see after so long. As soon as I knew they couldn't see, I run to my house. And I know it's right next door, so I run. I'm beating on the door. Boom, 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 boom. And my mom finally, first I'm trying to knock on it. I didn't know if they could hear from that. That's how scared I was. Like, I didn't know if they could hear it. And eventually I could hear my mom, like, getting through and coming to the door. And she's taking forever. She's open. I'm just like, she'll tell you. I'm just like, get them, please. Like, I went inside, and immediately, first thing I do, I don't take a piss. I don't take a breath of air. Mom, and I'm trying to think how to say it, what to say. Like, this is what happened, and I gave her the whole. I told her everything. And as I'm telling her, she's like in the process. She's like calling 911, and she's like, yeah, call him. Fuck. Yeah, I said, and then she's talking to the officer, I guess, over the phone. I said, man, this shit's serious, man. Those dudes have guns. They just, I mean, what the f***? The dude just died. I mean, obviously they're not fucking off. And that was it. She called, we waited, and she wanted to keep going outside. My mom said, Mom, just get the house, man. Get the house. These people are not playing. The officer went by, I guess by himself, check things out. And she wanted to see to it. Mom, let them deal with this. That's their job. That's their job, not yours. I need you.
Fortunately, the group didn't pursue Peter or his mom, and they were able to remain safe. Because of Peter's bravery and the information he provided, very quickly, detectives located all of the parties involved for questioning. But Paige Vowell's testimony proved to be one of the most sickening of all.
Hey Paige, how you doing? Hey, I'll take this handcuffs off of you.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Are these yours?
Yeah, they're mine.
Okay. Paige, I'm Detective Rebel. This is Detective Norman. We're in the violent crimes unit here. Alright, we're going to talk to you about everything and why you're here.
Okay.
Alright. The first thing I need to stress to you is that now's the time to be completely honest about everything. Okay. Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes.
What have you been arrested for?
My possession of a controlled substance, that was like almost 10 years ago.
Okay.
My most recent arrest was battery and a VOP.
Okay. Do you know what kind of investigation we're doing now?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, you realize it's a homicide investigation? Murder? Okay. So, by not being truthful with us can hurt you greatly, okay? This is not a battery charge, it's not a possession charge, this is something that can affect you the rest of your life.
This is something that I never thought I would ever.
So, what I'm telling you is the questions we ask, you need to answer truthfully, honestly, and tell us everything you know, and not worry about hiding something for somebody else, because they're going to be talked to as well. And so don't tell us something that's not true, and then we go find out that what you just told us was a lie, because now that gets you involved even more than what you are. Okay, right now you need to be looking out for yourself. I don't know what kind of future you want, but if you sit here and lie to us, it's not going to be a good one. All right?
How old are you, Paige?
28.
You have kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And a 10-year-old.
Paige Vowell did have a 10-year-old son at the time of this interrogation. However, she hadn't had custody of him for several years. Her one-time father-in-law, Gregory Vowell, wrote a book that describes his relationship with Paige Vowell over the years. He alleges that for years, Vowell's son was bounced from house to house due to her addiction. In one case, he claims that Vowell abandoned her son at a relative's home where he was unable to brush his teeth because there were bugs crawling on his toothbrush. Needless to say, she won't be winning any Mother of the Year awards.
Well, obviously, you know what we're going to talk to you about. So why don't you let me just let you talk and tell us from the beginning that day, like what went down.
See it? Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I know from what everyone don't want me to be completely honest, but I will be completely honest because I know for a fact that I know that what I did could be charges against me because of the fact that I was there and I did not call. Even though I wanted to, but I was scared shitless. Scared shitless. Okay? And the guy that passed away was actually a friend of mine. So our murderer was a friend of mine. But see, I don't wanna
Let's start with Monday night. Can you remember Monday night?
That was the night he came, right?
Who came?
Was that the night that this happened? I don't know, my days are mixed up a little bit.
Today's Wednesday.
Okay, so yeah, it was 3 or 4 years right, yes, Monday night. So, he came by to give me, like, am I incriminating myself by saying what I'm saying?
You're a witness.
Okay,
right now, okay?
Okay, because,
Listen, we're not worried about any drugs. We don't care anything about that.
Okay,
yeah,
that's it. I was gonna purchase some painkillers from him. He's a friend of mine. He brought someone that I don't know. I don't know this guy. I don't know who he had brought with him.
How did you arrange for him to come over to buy whatever you were gonna buy from him?
I arranged it by talking to Hoyt. Hoyt was just supposed to. I didn't know if he was gonna bring what the painkillers with him, or if I was gonna go with him to go get some. I know I could.
So I'm talking about, you talked to him on a cell phone, or how did you talk to him about it?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Like via text or a phone call?
Text.
Okay.
But my phone doesn't, like, that's why I have 2 phones. One, they don't work. They keep getting messed up. So, anyway, so it was supposed to be simple, quick, and easy. Wait. I don't know, it's hard for me to talk about him because I was really good friends with him. He's a little bit of a scumbag, like you would say, but like not a scumbag, but like he was way too flirty all the time, you know, but he was really sweet to me. Really sweet to me. I haven't really talked about how this happened yet. All I know what he wanted to do was come over there because he thought he was going to get some booty from me or something, and that just wants me so sad. He's just so sweet. In that regard, he's not an innocent guy whatsoever, but I don't know, it's hard. Like, so...
We're gonna stop Vowell right there. Not only did she just call a man sweet for coming over to get some booty, as she describes it, but the mere idea of it makes her burst into tears and claim she's sad. If you remember what Peter said in his interrogation, he believed that Vowell lured Hoyt over because she knew he was attracted to her. Essentially, she was the key piece that brought him into the trap, and she proves right here that she was well aware of that, despite the tears that she's using to try and convince detectives that it wasn't her intention.
Who was all there when he came over?
Well, they weren't supposed to, they weren't, a lot of them left, and Paige left, he came back, he wasn't supposed to come, he wasn't supposed to have been back so soon. I thought he was going to be gone longer because he didn't want me to get these painkillers or whatever he doesn't like. He doesn't like me doing them, and so it was kind of something that I didn't want him to be there for. He, she doesn't like that, I do them sometimes, so, but he came back earlier than expected, and, so, anyway, I told him and his friends to just, like, kind of, I don't know, just let me do it. I told him because he doesn't like me doing it at all. He found out and he was a bit upset that I was going to get him, but whatever.
So Vicky, Patrick, and was that it?
No, Vicky, Patrick, and Paige was there too. He had come back.
Okay.
I didn't know he was going to come back so soon. But,
anybody else?
And Vicky's boyfriend, Stan.
Who?
Stan. Yeah, he'll probably don't even have a whole lot of the information I have because I'm sure they don't want me to tell you all what happened, but...
It's us talking, it's not, you're talking just to us, okay?
But I know I shouldn't be even... I feel like I'm betraying people, but at the same time, Hoyt was my friend, and what happened was wrong. It was really wrong.
It was wrong, and like I said earlier, you need to look out for yourself right
I'm
now.
not trying to worry. I'm worried about it. See, the fact that happened was wrong, and it shouldn't have happened.
Do you know Stan's last name?
West. Please do not want to get in trouble by any of these people or anything.
Is he a white male or black male?
White.
Okay.
But what I do know for a fact is that, like, maybe some wrong things were done. But I'm telling you this overall for a fact. I saw the whole thing happen, and when you see someone hurt someone like that, you can tell their intentions are not good. You can tell people that are just like, calm down, that are just like, okay, like, it felt like we were at an intention, we were gonna get robbed from them. It's how it felt like, kind of, because he brought some other guy that we didn't know ahead of time. Like, it was supposed to just be Hoyt. Hoyt was the only one that was supposed to come over. He was the only one that was supposed to come alone. He never said he was going to bring people.
The claims that Paige, Briggs, and Vowell believed they were going to be robbed had some truth to them, but not a lot. There were messages exchanged between Hoyt and another man where the man expressed interest in robbing Paige. Hoyt seemed to be on board with the idea of robbing Paige, after which Paige saw the messages exchanged between the two. However, it wasn't this loose talk of robbery that seems to have triggered a violent response from Paige. It was what Hoyt said about Vowell. In the messages, Hoyt mentioned that he had hooked up with Vowell several times. Upon reading these messages, Paige allegedly became irate and formulated the plan to attack and rob Hoyt. He would get the satisfaction of hurting the man who had an affair with his woman, and she would get free pills to fuel her addiction.
How it happened should not have happened. It was kind of supposed to be a low-key thing. Like, I was just kind of supposed to switch out with Hoyt really quick. Like, do a little transaction really quick. That's what my intentions were, was to do a little quick transaction. So, but anyway, I feel like everyone thought that we were gonna get robbed because he brought other people.
Was there a conversation about that?
About what?
About you guys getting robbed between you guys, I guess, whoever, like, did Paige feel that way, or did he thought was
He
staying?
felt that way whenever he saw other people pulling up and stuff. Like, other people pulled up. There was another car with them and stuff. Like, and then he was trying to bring people in. Like, people were starting to come in and stuff. I don't know, it was weird. It was really weird. It was unexpected, so people started thinking quickly, I guess you would say. But So Paige did was, the short little guy, he just took him off to the side, took him down. There were guns in the house, obviously. Paige took the one guy down, and then Hoyt went crazy and was like jumping all around the place, and they were trying to get him. I tried to get them to stop with Hoyt because I saw he was bleeding from his ear and stuff. Like, Paige was just sitting with the one dude, like sitting, laying on the ground, like.
Why did all this start then?
Because he thought that he was gonna get robbed.
I mean, was there like an argument before? Or?
No, there was not really an argument. He just thought we were gonna get robbed because of this, because, you know, like, I don't know, the word on the streets, like, you know, people are always talking about how people are gonna get robbed. I don't know. So, and there's not that 100% trust between everyone, you know.
Did Hoyt and the other guy come in the front door or a different door?
The front door.
And they came in the house?
He started coming in the house and he came back out of the house asking about these other people. So it was kind of a little bit kind of alarming, I guess you would say. And I feel like, and Hoyt's a very paranoid person. He gets paranoid very easily too.
So Hoyt went in the house and came back out?
He started to come in the house. He goes, "Man, why y'all always gotta all sit out there? Why y'all sitting out there? Come on. Or whatever. And then, you know, he started making his little slick comments to me, like, "Why I'm wearing the shorts, he's gonna do something, whatever." But that's normal. Hoyt's always like that. Okay? But, and then it was just, they decided to stay in the car, and it was just the two. It was just Hoyt and the other guy.
Okay.
I'm sorry, keep going.
Who was outside? Who stayed outside?
I'm not exactly sure. It's one of the little, I think it started with a P, one of the little guys.
That's the little short guy you're talking about? It starts with a P?
Yeah, I think it starts with a P.
Okay.
But he did not mean to get, I feel like he was put in a situation that he didn't even want to be there. All I know what happened, it went really fast, but Paige held Pete to the ground. He held Pete to the ground. Yeah, that's his name. It was Pete.
Pete.
Yep, that was his name. He came back so quick right there. Pete was his name.
So
Sorry,
when
some people ask me on point, I don't always know.
Okay. So Paige held Pete to the ground.
Yeah, and he said, "Pete, everything's gonna be fine. Just keep your hands behind your back."
Was this in the house?
Yeah, he said, yeah, in the house. This was after a long time. I don't know. I'm all over the place about it because this is the first time I'm going back through it.
Okay, let's start here. Hoyt came up. Y'all were gonna do an exchange.
Yeah, Hoyt came up with Pete.
Okay.
And then some other people. I think
white guys, black guys, girls.
There was no girls. There's no girls.
Okay.
There's no girls.
Okay, so he comes up with other people. You don't know who they are.
Yeah, but some of them were he was starting to invite, Hoyt tried to invite his friends to come in and stuff, and then they didn't want to, or something, and he said, "Fine, go stay in the bar," or whatever.
Okay.
So, okay, I don't know, it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, kind of weird is a bit of an understatement here. In her classic fashion, she blames the men for what happened. In reality, the posse that came with Hoyt and Peter wanted to come inside the home, but Vowell specifically told them they weren't allowed. Because if they did come inside, beating and robbing Hoyt would be nearly impossible, and she wouldn't get the pills for free like she was planning.
I feel like at first, maybe Pat and them maybe thought that there was going to be a robbery. I felt when they brought all the people there, I could understand why he thought that they were going to try and rob them. But then after they came in, I felt like nothing bad was going to happen, and I felt like it wasn't going to be like what he thought it was going to be. So Paige just was holding Pete down, trying to figure out what was going on, and Hoyt was just going crazy. And Stan, and because I'm being completely honest, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I feel really bad for Hoyt. And it shouldn't have happened like that. If it was, anyway, Hoyt started going crazy. Stan was grabbing him all over the place, and literally, I swear to God, I saw Hoyt's hair ear, like, dangling or something, and I tried to get him to stop, but then Hoyt was going crazy. He was, like, jumping around all over the place, and then the next thing you know, I hear him gunshot. And I didn't think he hit him or anything. I didn't think that Pat hit him, but he did. And then after that maybe I wanted to go. I wanted to go the whole time, and I was so scared. I was so scared. I can't believe that happened from my face.
Where did this happen at? In the house?
In the living room.
Okay.
There's only like one room available.
Okay.
But me and Paige ended up calling someone. He doesn't want to put his name out there. He didn't do anything wrong. He just was there to pick me and Paige up because we did not want to be part of that situation at all. We did not want to be a part of it. I wanted to pretend it didn't even happen. Like it felt like it was so surreal. It felt like a dream, like the worst nightmare of my life.
Who had the gun?
Pat had a big gun. I don't know why he shot him.
He had a big ass gun?
He had a big gun. And he shot him. He shot him.
Do you know where he shot him?
Yes, because I went out there, I wanted to try and save his life. I told him we needed to call the cops. My phone doesn't work. It does not work. I was like, we need to call the cops. He's about to die. Like, he knew he was about to die. And then he was dead. And I had to go. I did not want to be there anymore. Like, I could not even look at him. I did not want to be there. I did not want to be there.
Where did he get shot at? I know you said his ear was dangling.
He obviously got shot in his chest. There was nothing I could do because he was already gone, like, so quick. It looked like he got shot up in the upper chest area. Like, I couldn't even look at him like that. Like, I couldn't.
You don't know how his ear was injured?
Stan injured his ear. I watched them fighting.
With how? With what? What was he fighting with, though?
I think he had a gun or something. He may have had brass knuckles. I don't know what he had, but somehow, I don't know if y'all seen his body. Please tell me his ear was, where that was in my head. It felt like his ear was literally dangling and just splurting around everywhere. And when that happened, that was up against the front window, like, of the house.
Poor innocent Paige Vowell. She tried her hardest to save Hoyt's life, but he was gone too fast, and no one else was willing to call the police. Well, according to her. But if you ask anyone else in the know, including her friend Harley, it was another girl present who tried to save Hoyt's life. Meanwhile, Vowell watched as Hoyt choked and threw up a bunch of blood. Someone begged those present to call an ambulance, but Vowell didn't want to because she knew she'd go to jail. In total, Hoyt was beaten for a full 2 minutes before he was shot.
Me and Paige, honestly, didn't know what to do. Like, I know he wanted to get rid of all the guns and stuff. Like, that was really mainly, like, for, I don't know what Pat was thinking. I didn't even know Pat was like that. I don't know how he could have done that. I had no clue how he could have done that.
Where was Hoyt whenever he was shot? I know you said the living room. Where was he at in the living room?
By the closet.
By the closet? Near the kitchen? Okay. Was he standing? Was he on his knees? Was he laying down?
He was fighting like crazy. Like, when I say someone who thinks that they're about to get hurt really bad fights like crazy, no. Usually you lay down and you're like, please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. Hoyt did not do that. Hoyt was going all over the place. Like, honestly, he was a fight. It was fighting back and forth.
Who was he fighting with?
Stan, honestly, I don't really, all I know is Paige was with Pete, trying to hold Pete down. And Stan and David and Pat were the ones that were over there, that were trying to hold Hoyt down, and then all of a sudden I hear the gun go off. And I'm never gonna get out of my memory ever again. I cannot believe that have you ever seen someone die in front of you? Have you ever seen someone die in front of you like that? Someone that you're friends with, and you're really good friends with his girlfriend. I want to make up a lie in my head and just like pretend something, like I didn't even see that, like I wasn't even there. Like I want to train my brain not to be able to see that anymore. Like I wish you could do that. I don't know if I'll ever be the same after that, to be honest. I can't.
Before the gunshot went off, you said there was fighting. Were there any other weapons involved?
I'm not sure. I know that there were brass knuckles in the house and stuff like that, so I don't know if those were used. I don't know how they did it. I honestly don't know. It went so quick, and I cannot. I'm sorry.
So you didn't,
I keep picturing it in my head.
you didn't see anybody use any hammers or anything?
No, I didn't see any hammers or anything. You saw all I saw was Pat Charlotte, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I honestly, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to go. I wanted to leave. I wanted to call the cops, but there was nothing that could have been done. I just wanted to leave. I was scared. I was so scared. Like, I don't understand how all that can happen when all I wanted to do was just, I feel like it's my fault. If I hadn't wanted to get any painkillers, none of that would have ever happened. So it's my fault. It's my fault.
Vowell knows exactly how Hoyt's ear got the way it was. And no, she wasn't imagining it. In Vowell's alleged confession to her friend Harley, she stated that she told the others that they had to make Hoyt unrecognizable to cover up the crime. To do this, she grabbed a hammer and began him with it. The autopsy report shows a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch avulsion, or skin flap, on Hoyt's skull by his ear. That doesn't exactly paint Vowell as an innocent bystander.
I guarantee you, once he messed his ear up, I think that's whenever Hoyt really started going crazy. I mean, I have my ear trumped, I don't know what I would do. But it looked like his ear was dangling, and there was just blood going everywhere, and I was just standing there saying, stop.
So, but were they fighting with just their hands, or are they?
No, there was definitely nothing with hands.
What was their fight?
No hands. I don't know if you'll know. There's no hands. There's no possible way they could have it with hands. There was guns. There was just guns. I don't know.
Like they were hitting with guns?
Yeah, he could have got pistol whipped or something.
No, I'm asking, did you see that? Or?
I mean, I don't know. No, it's like, it's kind of like it really is kind of a blur. Like I've been trying to tell myself it didn't happen. I know it's not as wrong to do, but I've been trying to just try and make up things in my head that are, I can't do it though. I can't not see him in my head all the time.
So you saw Stan hitting him with something?
Yeah, I saw Stan hitting him, and they're all yelling, and I was just trying to get them to stop.
But you don't know what Stan was hitting with?
I had no clue what he was hitting with. All I know is he was getting hit, and Stan was kind of, and all I know is in that moment, I could tell each and every single one of those dudes, I could tell who was out there that had no soul at all. and read them like a book. Like, they didn't give a like, how can you do that to somebody?
What was Patrick hitting him with?
And Pat scared me the most. I thought Pat, like I thought I had a really good judge of character. Like I could tell who's a good person or not. I don't know. All of a sudden something clicked with a lot of those people that just I had never seen before in my life. Like you can tell who someone really is whenever something like that happens, and you see that rage, like that for no reason. Of course, like why are they getting mad at Hoyt whenever Hoyt's not doing anything wrong but fighting back, you know? Like.
So what did Pat hit him with?
I don't know if Pat hit him or not. All I know is Pat shot him.
When did Pat get the gun? I mean, was he had it the whole time or?
Pat had a damn. Pat always has guns. He's obsessed with guns. His dad does. All the gun thing. I don't know. He's always got like really good guns. So there was already guns in the house. Pat's there a lot all the time. He just actually moved into a new place, so he had his guns.
Yeah, so Pat had a big gun, right? So a long gun.
Yeah, Pat.
Okay. When during the altercation did he get that? Did he have it? Was he holding it the whole time?
Yeah, he already had it.
So he had it while he was trying to fight Hoyt?
No, I don't know if he had it while he was trying to fight Hoyt, but I know he had already had it in the house because he was in the process of moving.
Yeah. So my question is, like, what point did Pat grab the long gun?
I have no idea.
Okay.
There was so much going on. Honestly, I was watching Paige because he's my boyfriend, and so I wanted to make sure everything was okay with him.
If you recall, Peter detailed that Vowell's actions didn't end with just watching and making sure that her boyfriend was okay. Vowell helped clean up the scene of the crime and dispose of the body, which is yet another felony that will be added to her record.
I don't even know anymore. I don't even know how this happened. But all I wanted was it's my fault. It's really my fault. Because I wanted to get some painkillers.
I know this is tough, but we have to get through it.
No one understood. He's a good guy.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
My friend, I don't know, on my Facebook, he said the sweetest thing on my birthday, not even 2 weeks ago, the sweetest thing. He's always been so sweet to me, and I cannot believe that happened to him. I can't believe he did that, and I had to see it. I should not have had to see anything like that.
Excuse me for just a minute, Paige. Your dad owns the truck that you drive, right? Is it your daddy that owns it or your stepdad?
Yeah, my dad.
Okay. What's his name?
David Barton.
David Barton. Do you have a phone number for your dad?
Yeah.
What's his number, sweetie? No.
I'm just trying to be honest.
We appreciate that.
He deserves that. His girlfriend deserves that.
And that's why you're in here talking to us about it, right? Because it's not right what happened to
It's
him.
not right what happened.
Absolutely. And that's all. You're not. I just need...
I saw people for who they really were at that specific moment. You can tell who's not right in the head. I promise you that. I have never...
What's Dad's phone number, sweetheart?
I'm sorry. I have never, ever would ever think that I would ever be in a situation like that. Ever in my life. And I literally, when I tell you can read someone and how they really are in a situation like that, which I would not want my worst enemy to have to witness or be in a situation like that, because that is... I can't believe that happened. He was a scumbag when it comes to him trying to do stuff with me because he's a little horn dog that way, but he is the sweetest guy. He has a really good freaking heart. He has the best heart ever, and it should have never happened to him. It should never happen to anybody.
do?
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I had to show someone before I agreed it.
Hey, Paige, before we go any further, you're not under arrest. Understand, okay? Right now you are a witness in this, but I do want you to read you your rights just so you understand your right. You're not under arrest, okay? But you need to know your rights, okay? All right.
I should speak to a lawyer. Should I speak to a lawyer? I don't know how these things work.
It's your choice if you want to speak to a lawyer or not.
Well, let the detective woman read you these rights, and then we'll kind of just go from there.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer at this time and have a lawyer present with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand the rights that I read to you?
I do. Does that mean that everything I just said does not count anymore because I just never read my rights?
But you're not under arrest.
Yeah, you're not under arrest or anything. Basically what you're going to do, if you'll just initial here that I read these to you, and you can reread them if you like, and read the statement right here.
Honestly, I'm like worn out now. That was really bad. Oh, I have not thought about that night since it happened. I tried to pretend it didn't. That's why me and Paige went away to his beach house because we were both freaking out.
Read this right here.
We had no idea. We had no idea God was like that.
With those rights in mind, do you want to continue to talk to us? We just need to get all sides of the story. You mentioned something about a lawyer earlier. Do you want to continue to talk to us?
What if I got a lawyer? What would that mean?
Well, that's up to you. That was one of your rights that we read to you. We're just simply trying to get every side of the story that we can so we can really find out what happened. Because obviously we're talking to a bunch of different people.
I just told you what happened.
Right. Do you want to? And we probably have more questions for you. And our question is, do you want to continue to talk to us?
And I don't. And I feel bad because I don't want to. Pat was supposed to be my friend.
Yes or no?
You want to talk to us about it, or you want an attorney present with you to talk?
Yes, I would want an attorney present because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing that would. But see, there's nothing wrong to say, but I'm telling the truth. But I don't want to. Is there any way that I could go to jail just by witnessing it? That's what I feel like. I feel like I should have gone, but I feel like it's my fault. I feel like it's my fault because I saw it. And I brought him there.
We're going to step out for a second. We'll be right back, okay?
After seeking her father's advice, Paige Vowell decided to invoke her right to an attorney and remain silent. At trial, she continued to try and claim her innocence by stating that she was just an unwilling bystander who had only invited Hoyt over to procure drugs and had no idea that the others planned on killing him. However, the jury disagreed. Paige Vowell was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The 4 men involved in the beating were also sentenced. Patrick Barain, who fired the shot that killed Hoyt, was sentenced to 50 years in prison. Paige Briggs received a 45-year sentence, while Stanley West and David Howard received 30 years each.